Well, good morning, folks. Got the 313 here. This job, I'm standing on top of a mountain. It just drops way off all around me. About 40 yards that way, and then it just keeps on going. Then around through there, y'all can see, I don't know if this was cleared at one time or what. I can't see anything really. There's a pretty big pine that's got cut right there, but I know that I'm sitting on like really good red dirt for once. It's gonna be like the first job that I've ever had that I ain't gonna be working in clay. At least I don't think, anyway. But you can see the bank right there where they cut out. Basically, from my understanding, there's a monster house right over there, and that guy used to own this spot too. It's like five acres right here. Well, they took dirt off the top of this hill to do his dirt work. So, and he sold this 5 acres to the guy who's going to build a home here. So anyway, the deal is I'm gonna come in, work 8 hours, see what I can get done, and we'll go from there. But he is wanting me to basically, there's a lot of dirt in that hill. We're basically gonna take all that dirt, but that's actually on the neighbor's property right there. There's a house. We already talked to them. He said, yeah, man, if y'all can take down that hill, that'll help me out too. So there's a lot of dirt right there that I'm going to take and basically push that way to kind of raise the back end up, but drop the front end. So I don't know if I'll do all that at one time, but because I've got a lot of other places that I was supposed to be. But I am going to clear as much as I can of it off. I know it is hard to see right now. I'll put the drone in the air and fly it over because it's hard to see what's really going on. So let me do that real quick. Okay, we are sitting right there. Let's go up and buzz around a little bit. Shut up, woman. Okay, so there's the road, and you can see the driveway coming in. He's only got access for like just enough for a drive right there. So basically, you can kind of see I guess all the kudzu and stuff, you know, the smaller stuff. Like I said, I don't know what this area was at one time, but basically I'm going to follow this little ridge right here. I may take down that red oak right there, some of these bigger trees right there, but I'm going to follow this little ridge kind of along this smaller stuff right through here. And he just told me to pile it up kind of at the bottom of the hill. We're not going to burn it right now.
Maximum flight distance reached.
I don't know what my drone's doing. I ain't got time to fix it right now. So yeah, we're going to just take down all this smaller stuff. I hope that's not a creek down in there. I don't know what it is. But anyway, that's what we're doing today. Shouldn't be too bad, I don't think. But I got to get me a path cut down through here. Shut up. To get stuff out of the way first, I guess. I'm just gonna have to plow me a way down through there and see what I'm working with anyway. That's why I kind of agreed that I would just come over here and start working, because I didn't have a clue what was down in there, and neither did he, and nobody really knows. So we're just going to get to work and see what we can get done today. Not gonna worry about a lot of this little small stuff. I'm gonna scratch through it, just make sure there ain't no stumps in here, which I figure there will be. Tell you what, this ground has done got hard. And it is hell hill to sit on, teeter-tottering all over the place. But I tell you what, it beats working in the mud any day. I'm pretty sure I set it in the truck, but I can't remember. Try to get me just a little area opened up around me. This whole hilltop should be red dirt, but I'm not 100% certain, you know. You don't never know until you just start digging in it, which is good for the owner, because maybe he won't have to have none brought in. But then again, you don't never know. I'm not sure why they stopped digging on it. Maybe they ran out of dirt or got all they needed. Like it drops off a good bit. Right down through there though. Little D3 may get worked pretty hard on this job pushing dirt. Figure out what's really going on around me right here. I can see like there's an old tree stump right there where they had chainsawed it. So obviously that's still virgin ground right here. Well, I say virgin ground. I don't know if this was ever a dirt pit or not. It very well could have been. I'm not very far from the house, and this is like the only area close to me, besides going to the next county over, that has good red dirt on it. County, which is, you know, Tupelo, Mississippi, if anybody was wondering. But the next county over, Hilltop County, is notorious for having all the good red dirt. If you've had any dirt hauled or brought in, it's more likely come from Hilltop. But this one little area in Tupelo has good red dirt. Or did. It might have been all used by now, but that's kind of where I'm at. When I'm doing work for a general contractor who owns this plot, he's wanting to hurry up and get it cleared and put a home up and sell the home. He's had this spot for a couple years now and just haven't had time to do nothing with it, so met me on a job I was working on, you know, all them little jobs together. He seen my equipment and he said, hey, I need to talk to that guy. He said, I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time making everything look nice right now, because all this stuff is going to get pushed to the bottom of the hill. Just want to make sure I get all the big stumps and stuff out. This is more or less just a rough clearing, I guess you could call it. I'm probably going to have to shave this hill down a couple feet easily. Does not do well sitting on uneven hard ground at all. I mean, it's probably the number one thing I don't like about it. Maybe the only thing I don't like about it. She got dry and dusty in a hurry. It ain't rained in probably 2 weeks. Well, it come a little shower at the house yesterday morning. I mean, just enough to wet the road a little bit. That's about it. It wasn't even supposed to rain. It wasn't calling for none. The dogs come back in and they was both soaking wet. I was like, well, I'll be. It's been raining. Get all this opened up, I'm sure then he'll decide. He's got an idea of the home he's going to put in here. He showed me the plans. It's about a 2,500 square foot house, you know, with a little garage. It all may change once we get in here and see what the lay of the land is. Probably wouldn't be a bad idea to have a basement dug into the side of this hill. That'd be fun. I ain't never dug a basement before. This machine would be perfect to do it with a grade control and stuff set up on it. I don't get to use that stuff very much. I mean, I knew I wouldn't. Just, you know, doing basically just the land clearing type stuff. I don't know if I really want to get into, I guess, the technical dirt work. That makes sense. I mean, I really enjoy doing what I do. And that's, you know, just the land clearing stuff, opening up for new homes. I'm not saying I won't do it or can't do it. Honestly, I don't really care to do any of the foundation type stuff. I said I wasn't gonna sit there and mess with that little stuff, but like I said, I'm just feeling through the ground to make sure there ain't no stumps in there. when I do start pushing with the dozer, I don't want to be hitting stumps and so I will need to make sure all that stuff is out of the ground if I want to cover it with dirt. Golly, it's dusty. It wouldn't hurt to have a little bit of rain. I can't believe I just said that. Never mind, Lord, I was kidding. I'll deal with the dust for a while. Alright, well, I'm going to keep trucking my way down to the bottom of this hill and see what we got laying in here. I'll try to figure something out and I'll give y'all an update in a little while. Alright, y'all, it's getting a little steep now. I'm sitting on a 22 degree slope here, and I ain't even began to really drop off the, oh me, let's see what this is going to be. Oh shoot, that's a 30 degree nearly. Not fun. I can barely sit in my seat. I really wanted to take down this stuff right here and kind of give it a view, but that may be out of the question. Start washing pretty bad. Nothing is put on it. I mean, there's some big trees down in here that's been cut. That's a fairly decent stump right there. I'm not even gonna get it out of the ground because there ain't no sense in it. I knew it was gonna be steep. But you just never know till you get off in it. Actually, I'm just going to open it up like this. Golly. Oh, this is crazy. I think this is the stuff Sam has to work on all the time in big hills in Tennessee. We don't have that many. Like, this is probably the worst of it in my area. And usually when you run up on big hills like this or steep gullies, that's what it is. It's just red dirt that is washed. Alright, I'm gonna have to back out of here. I went about as far as I really can. 28 degrees is the most I've seen there. It's pretty steep. I think the best thing to do is build a house into the side of that hill and make it a little cabin style home. I think that'd be nice. Really gonna have to kind of find a way to come in at the bottom of that gorge or valley, whatever you want to call it, work the way up. Now, you won't hardly hear me say this at all, but that would be a good job for a mulcher head on an excavator. That's, to me, that's what a mulcher is. It's probably about the only way I would want to use one or see the need in one, is to come through stuff like this and just mulch it down and leave the stuff in the ground, because it's going to start washing pretty bad, I feel like. And that's what they did. It looks like that's what they did with all this trash and stuff right here, is they just, the trees and stuff they cut down on top of the hill, they just threw it down right here. That's all that is, old treetops and stuff. Basically, I'll just get down what I can and then see what he wants to do. We'll make a plan from there. That's all I know. But it is not fun sitting on this hill. I'd just about rather come up it and work it than I had to go down it. So yeah, that's what we're dealing with. Well, y'all almost made it to the bottom of the hill. I'm gonna walk up on top of the hill and look down. Okay, so right here is where I started this morning. I'm out of breath climbing that hill. As y'all can see, well, you can't see yet. I am way down there. Whew. Man, that is steep. Too steep. I'm not even comfortable spinning back around to come to face coming up the hill. I'm just backing straight up. Some spots I had to push myself up the hill. So yeah, this is gonna be fun. I really don't know what he's gonna do. I would almost knock that down up there flat and then dig in the side of this hill and have a cabin overlooking all that. I mean, that is, even though it's kudzu, it is a pretty view, and it will be once I get all this opened up too. So let's keep on trucking. All right, y'all, I'm still just plugging away at it. The owner just showed up and looked at everything, said he had no idea it was this steep, so I didn't figure he did. So I think the house plans are going to change drastically. I told him a cabin style home built in the side of that hill overlooking everything would be real nice, I believe. He said that's probably what they'll do. Like I said before, this is not typical landscape around here. It's just this one little area that has these really steep hills and stuff. Most of the land, y'all can tell probably all my videos is fairly flat. This is actually going pretty well so far, other than just having to sit on this mountain, but luckily things are coming out of the ground very easily. And I'm basically just having to kind of shove it over the top of itself like this until I get to the bottom of the hill. Trying to be easy on the machine and not swing too far to each side. Because that is hard on the swing motor and the brake. Especially trying to slow itself down when I'm coming back to the center. So I'm just trying to take it a little bit easier on the machine. Tell you what though, my legs and abs are probably going to be sore at the end of the day trying to hold myself up. I'm going to get a little bit hairy as I keep going in this area too, because trying to go just straight down and then straight back up, and then move over a little bit. Sometimes I have to go around the big stump. I'm not digging the stumps up, I want to leave them in the ground. Made it to the bottom right here on this little run. Once I make it to the bottom, I can kind of set things out of the way a little easier. Don't know what that is. Big old stump. It looked like there was some big timber in here. Some pretty big hardwoods. On this other hillside over here where there's trees still standing, there's some monster white oaks in there. I'm gonna say that's what most of these were. Just judging by the stump still in the ground. And make sure I get down so they can, it opens up the view. That's really all I'm trying to do, is just get the view opened up. Won't do any good to do it, not be able to see out through there. Be a good job for a 309 with a mulcher head on it. Some of these trees I may leave, some of the nicer hardwoods, as long as they don't have a bunch of kudzu in them and stuff like that, blocking the view. If they're a pretty tree, I'll leave them because it will be kind of nice. Like that one, I need to look, see what's in the top of it, make sure it ain't all broke out or whatever, but that may be worth leaving right there. That big, I'm just pushing straight down. I'm not worried about breaking them up or I really don't have the room or even the machine to manhandle them out of here, really. I would have hated to have had to log this. Alright, it's lunchtime. Let's take a look. Oh, see what we got done. I'm right at 3.5 hours on the machine. I still need to come down this edge right here. I think this will be a perfect spot to put a cabin. It's a little bit, this may kind of sound kind of, you know, cheesy or whatever. It's a little bit breathtaking when you look out across there and you see, I guess, how high up I am. I don't know if I'm a little bit afraid of heights. I don't think I am, but you know, when you just stand up on something real tall and you look out, it kind of, you know, that feeling. I'm going to get the drone whenever I do. Well, I will get the drone and start up there on top of the hill, because it will tell me how high up it is from the bottom of the thing. So I think that'll be pretty cool to see how deep it is from the top of the hill here. And I know some of y'all is probably like, man, that's my backyard, but Mississippi, we don't, you know, this is few and far between. You stand up on a hill like this. So anyway, I'm gonna go grab some lunch, and we're making pretty good progress. So all right, so this is gonna be the last of the bigger trees I gotta take down. My drone is acting kind of dumb right now, so I don't know. Keeps lagging for some reason. This is going to be hard trying to hold the controller too. See if I can put it in the floor without it running off. This hill has been tough. The only thing that has made this job, I guess, doable is it being such sandy soil that everything has been coming out of the ground easy. It's just, it has been a headache trying to sit sideways. Not sideways, sorry, I heard that tree break and I thought it was that big one. This part's getting pretty steep quick. I'm not going to be able to clear just a whole lot of it. I at least want to get this big dead tree out of the way. Try to cut around it a good bit before I push on it, because if it breaks, there ain't no way I'm getting this stump out. Which I left all the bigger stumps in the hill anyway to kind of hold it. Y'all can see this little tree right here to the left of me is a hickory tree, and it broke, and I fought with it for 20 minutes, and I finally said to hell with it for a little bit. Problem is, I'm sitting on such an incline that machine can't hold itself. It keeps wanting to pull itself down the hill. It's been the biggest struggle. The dirt's so powdery, throw some in front of my tracks and it's just like it just disappears. disappeared. Okay. Let's see what this big son of a gun's gonna do. It's gonna break. Ah. Crap. Oh well. Just gonna have to send her on down the hill. Maybe. Go. 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 Well, most of it went. That's as good as it's gonna get too. See, ain't no way I can sit. I can't hold myself still to get any real leverage. Oh my gosh. It's like the dirt just disappears from up from under me. Whew, man, I'll be ready to get off this hill. I'm wore out just trying to hold myself up. Let's see if I can get this stump out. Nope. Pry it out that way. It's not a good feeling when you're sitting like this and feel that machine pick up and start sliding. Whew. She's about to come out though. I think I see the owner sitting standing on the stump behind me. Come on, you. Y'all about had enough of this. If the whole job would have been like this, I would have probably got 10 feet and just quit. That right there is why I hate hickories. All right, I think that's the last of the bigger ones anyway, so I'm gonna holler at him a minute and then I don't like a whole lot more and I should be done with this little part anyway. All right, ladies and gentlemen, y'all check out this view. Of course, the sun's gonna be right in my face, but talked to the guy. I said, hey, I'm gonna be a little bit over 8 hours. You gonna be good with that? He said, keep rocking and rolling. So I think what I'm gonna do, and also that homeowner, those little trees right there is actually on him. He said he wants them gone because this hillside, we can use dirt out there, so it's kind of a trade-off. He said, yeah, if y'all want that dirt, get rid of them trees, and that'll help. That helps everybody. It helps him and helps this guy. So there's a little flat spot right there. So I think cut this hill down probably 4 or 5 feet. Of course, I'm not worried about any of this because all this stuff is gonna get shoved off. There's one stump right there I'll have to dig, but yeah, this is actually really nice view now. Be nice if I could get down in that bottom and take out those trees, but I just don't know how I could get down in there really. But anyway, that's gonna be a, well, no, I'll show y'all what I get done tomorrow. All right, so this is the last little leg of this, well, phase one of the project anyway. I'm gonna take out some trees right in there, and then make one more little swoop down through there. Try to anyway. It gets, well, I guess it's not as steep as, it's just as steep as the rest of it, so I should be able to go down through there. But then I will probably go ahead and take that tree out, and maybe those two pines right there. Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of dirt to move right here though, but I think this is gonna be a very nice little spot right here. We'll see. That's gonna be phase two though. I don't know if I'll do it immediately after this or what. We'll figure it out, but I'm gonna get these knocked out and then show you what everything looks like. All right, folks, as I got everything on the ground and pushed off the hill there, and rough, this is what I call rough clearing, because it looks rough. Got everything tore out of the ground on the hill, didn't touch the house. Power company come to move that thing, the guide wire, and they unhooked it, and they was trying to get it out of the ground, and the thing broke off, so they was like, all right, just dig it up. So I'm gonna take all this dirt. I'm probably gonna use all this dirt for my first fill, I guess, to raise up the outside, and then I'll get all my good dirt from over here, because it's gonna be hard to get anything really good out of here because it's got so much topsoil and stuff in it. But that's gonna be the next video. That's gonna be phase two. I'm gonna do a flyover of this spot real quick, and that's gonna be the end of phase one. Well, look how dusty my old girl is. Whew. But yep, this is gonna be the end of phase one, so y'all keep your eyes open. I'll see you later.